show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt!
Hey, Cindy, how you doing, man?
I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints.
Siri,
You know, all this trying to be the Miami Heat of football. Yeah.
Don't talk about weather.
The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready? I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
Oh, no, this game is just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, getting it in on a very, very rainy Tuesday, Team Texas Tuesday. And for those who have been affected by Tropical Storm Beta, please be careful out there. Don't risk it. You know what we say? Turn around, don't drown. Turn around, don't drown. So I know a lot of the southern area, southwest area, and other areas have been affected. But please be careful out there. Also, thoughts and sincere prayers going out to those in Louisiana and Mississippi who've gotten the outer bands. I got a message from one of our longtime lunch breakers, Arlena Richardson, who was saying that where she is, whenever you see something happen in the Pascagoula area or Moss Point, that's where she is. So we want to keep all of them lifted in prayer as well. But be safe out there. If you don't have to get out, don't. If you don't have to get out, don't. But, if you do, be very, very careful. Do not risk it. I mean it. Do not risk it. I had the news on since about 4 o'clock this morning, and just seeing people taking chances out in that high water. I don't care if you're in a truck. I don't care if you're in a dually, 18-wheeler, whatever, man. That water, if it gets high enough and you don't know how deep it is, you can be stuck in it. And now you're in a whole nother situation. So please be careful out there. And then those who are up in the Midwest area, be careful because it's coming your way. It's slow moving right now, but the way they've got the angle, it's going to do like a check mark or a J mark along the Gulf Coast, and it's going to shoot up north. So be careful as it comes your way. All right. That being said, it's Team Texas Tuesday, so we're going to talk about the Texans, going to talk about the Cowboys, going to talk about the Astros who lost last night. And because they lost, a team who didn't even play last night, the Oakland A's clinched the American League West for the first time since 2013. The Oakland A's have clinched the American League West for the first time since 2013. Might not mean much to anybody else, but right now, the only team to not have clinched that's in the top two in their division, the Astros. With 4 games left to play, They're only 3 games up on the team that they beat last night. And oh yeah, by the way, they got to play again. So, it comes down to who wants it the most. If Seattle sweeps the Astros, if the Astros get one win, if they can get one, then, they're in good shape. But right now, it is not a done deal. It is not a done deal. The Astros have got to take care of their own business. And again, all you Astro fans, everybody cheat. It ain't on everybody right now. It's on y'all. It's on y'all. Y'all got to get it done. And if you can't get it done, so sorry. So sorry. All right, let me try to get my commercials together so I can deal with that. But let's see. I've got hold on. Turn it over. There we go. All right, so we'll be right back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. Again, it is Team Texas Tuesday. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. Keith Hennick, I got the box. I'm going to show everybody what was in it. Erica Agnew, what's up? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. I feel so blessed. Sydney Brown, thank you for all the amazing work that you've been doing. Big shout out to you guys. All right, we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend
Thank you.
continues.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
You're having your lunch on the lunch break with KYOK.
All right, y'all, back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Big shout out to Al McGaffey. Appreciate you tuning in. And again, Erica says, I love the shirt. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, gotta celebrate all my black kings out there. A lot of nonsense going on where folks feel like because we acknowledge ourselves as who we are, we're some kind of way racist. And nah, bro, y'all have had us thinking less of ourselves for far too long, and we just starting to stand up and speak up. And I don't just honor myself; I honor all the black kings out there. Now, when somebody's son has a happy birthday, hey, happy birthday, young king. It's just the way it is. I promise you, if we don't lift each other up, there's a lot of other folks out there that won't. So I want to make sure that we get our just due. Had somebody text me this morning. In fact, let me pull this message up. Somebody texted me this morning and said, man, Houston media, especially, and I won't say the station, I'm not on a run right now, is ripping Deshaun Watson ever since yesterday. I heard one guy yesterday afternoon, same station, say LeBron James is a racist and he doesn't like white people. Stop that nonsense, please. Stop that nonsense. I mean, it's so amazing to me how folks are so quick to call out black people who are trying to fight for equality, who are trying to fight for rights of everyone and not just a certain group of people over another one. And now all of a sudden they're racist. But you didn't call out, I could call people by name that are still in their jobs right now who have said blatantly racist things, and nobody calls them out. Oh, we want to pray for them. No, you need to call them out like folks like to call LeBron James out. I was listening to another station that had the nerve to compare Deshaun Watson to Jameis Winston. And I'm not knocking Jameis, but there's no way in the world you can compare what Deshaun is going through with that nonsense that Bill O'Brien has put together over there with the Houston Texans between Kirby and Fannin to what Jameis Winston went through in Tampa. You just can't do it. So it's time out for it, man. I am so glad that those voices are not the only ones speaking anymore. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm glad that I found my voice, and I'm glad that I found my blackness, because I used to downplay it. I used to deny it. I used to be running around like some of these folks. Oh, I don't see color. I don't see color. That's ignorant. To walk around and say you don't see color is ignorant. It is, because you're literally saying I don't see the very thing that the Supreme Creator created you in. I didn't wake up and say, hey, I want to be black. I was created this way. And if you don't see it, then you're choosing to deny something that I was created with. You don't run around and say, I don't see lettuce when you're trying to make a salad. You don't run around and say, you don't see tomatoes and croutons. Stop with this foolishness. You really just want to deny your own biases. You're denying your own biases when you say you don't see a color. I see it. But I accept you, I value you, I respect you, and I see your color. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. It's like somebody saying, I don't have a drinking problem anymore, and all you're doing is you're not going around people that drink. When you can go around it and still be able to be who you are, then guess what? Now you're doing something. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm all these voices at the prominent radio stations here in town. I see you, I hear you, and you're not going to be the only voice in town. Deshaun Watson is not the problem with the Houston Texans. He is not. Deshaun Watson is not a Jameis Winston. And oh yeah, by the way, don't sleep on Jameis Winston, because he's going to mess around and tuck you in. Did y'all see Drew Brees last night? He's got more great games behind him than he does in front of him. And I promise you, the best quarterback in the quarterback room is not Taysom Hill. It's not. So, you keep talking about what it's like the conversation I had. Who was that I was talking with? And they were making a case for the quarterback that had all these different. It was Willie Gibson was making the case for Baker Mayfield because he's had 4 different head coaches and he's had multiple different offensive coordinators. Well, just rip Baker Mayfield's name off of that and put Jameis Winston's name on it. And oh yeah, by the way, Jameis Winston has actually been able to put up some numbers and some wins in spite of them revolving head coaches and coordinators through there like it's a turnstile. We just got to quit making unconscious, subconscious, biased excuses for certain people that you won't make for everyone in the same boat. Jameis Winston is a product of bad management and bad ownership down in Tampa. If you want to say the same thing about Baker Mayfield up in Cleveland, then fine, say it. But don't not say it when it comes to Jameis Winston. Put Jameis Winston in a situation like Tom Brady had. Heck, put Vince Young in a situation like Tom Brady had, and look at the difference in their career. Put Tom Brady in a situation where that head coach, whose name I will never say again, where that head coach literally told him, I don't want you. I didn't want you. I didn't pick you. The owner did. So we're going to sit you on the bench. We're going to start somebody else. And then when that person mucked it up, they brought in Vince Young, and he literally won an ungodly amount of games and got him in the playoffs. I'm sorry. Put Tom Brady in that situation where you're told to your face, and you have an offensive coordinator that is literally, telling the media what you're not doing well in the practices. I'm sorry, baby. If you're going to tell the truth, tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Baker Mayfield may be a great quarterback one day. I'm sorry that the ownership and the management in Cleveland has been so horrible that he's had to have all these different head coaches and coordinators. The same thing happened to Jameis Winston. And really the same thing should be happening. Check this out. The same thing should be happening to Deshaun Watson. They should not have a guy who has had 7 years. This is his 7th season to figure it out. And he literally walked out of game number 2 without answers. Game number 2 in his 7th season. You don't have answers? This guy should be on a seat that is on fire. This guy is on a seat, should be on a seat that is on fire. And you still have people justifying his success. If you are satisfied with the AFC South Championship, then God bless you. May you have as many AFC South championships as you want. The rest of us are trying to run on for a Super Bowl championship. We'll see you when we get back. Deshaun Watson's best years are being wasted right now under a guy who's got a system in place that does not highlight his strengths. There is no creativity in the offense. There is no creativity in the play calling. There is no creativity in the line blocking or scheme. I'm starting to question the talent that this person has said this gives us the best chance to win. So if you can't call plays, if you can't scheme up a game plan, and you can't pick talent, why do you have the jobs that you have, and why do you have a job in the NFL? I mean, we're going to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. It's raining outside. I ain't got time for it today. So while they're down the dial talking about, oh boy, Deshaun Watson is starting to remind me more of Jameis Winston than Russell Wilson. First of all, if you're only comparing him to black quarterbacks, you got a bigger problem than you even know. Mr. and Mrs. Radio Unbiased. Let me put a commercial on. Y'all got me going. I wasn't trying to get on this today. I wasn't. Just trying to wear my shirt, come in, and make it safely through the rain. But here we go. All right, let me take a break. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. This is the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I am A.J. Jones. Spell my name right.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. 2 radio stations in one.
Now is a great time to replace your worn-out windows during the Renewal by Andersen 25-year savings event. Upgrade your home today. Buy 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Plus, get 12 months with no interest, no money down, and no payments. Call now. Get 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Installation and warranty included. Renewal by Andersen takes every CDC recommended safety precaution to protect your family. For 25 years, people have trusted us for their window replacement needs, and you can too. Call now to learn about our buy 4, get the 5th one free window replacement offer.
800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. That's 800-245-1537.
Interest accrues from date of purchase, but is waived if paid in full within 12 months. Other conditions apply. We've adjusted our operations to serve you safely following all CDC guidelines. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for details.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
You're having your lunch on the lunch break with KYOK.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Team Texas Tuesday, and I'm about to get to, now that the games are over, I'm about to get to the power rankings on what teams look like after week number 2. Couple of surprises. But of course, I'll definitely be highlighting where the great, magnificent Houston Texans are and the Dallas Cowboys are as well. Dallas, I still got to give them so much credit, man. What a comeback. What a comeback. And Dak Prescott was right there in the thick of it, so got to give them some love today as well. Let me go to the phone line. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hi, AJ. This is your friend Sharia. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm good. Hey, that guy, Bob McNair, the one that made the comment about, don't let the inmates run the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he was wrong for that, and nobody said anything. They didn't make a big deal, or the guy that on the basketball team who was sitting there with his mistress out in the open.
Donald Sterling.
Making racist comments about that. But Deshaun Watson still has a lot of good years ahead of him, so he should get the money right now, and then he can win a championship somewhere else. But he deserves that money. You know,
that's the sad part about it is that, he's probably going to go on somewhere else and win a championship. And what I'm starting to notice as well, people are starting to say, the $156 million Deshaun Watson. Nobody was running around saying the $100 million J.J. Watt when he was out there passing out diapers and water and not playing.
Hey, J.J. Watt is a joke. He's a gimmick.
Well,
he stays hurt more than he plays. I don't know J.J. Watt for anything else but walking around looking like that cartoon character, always raising money. What happened to that Harvey money?
All I know is there were fewer people that looked like me that got it than others. So I just have to leave that right there.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, take care, AJ.
Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Always a good call. Thank you so much. Hey, if you want to get in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. I'm telling you now, if we don't tell the truth down here, it won't get told. Very few people will stand up and say the truth. Have you noticed that there's fewer points of view on the social injustice initiative that the NFL was all committed to? There are fewer commercials. There are fewer demonstrations or whatever they called it. They're not highlighting that no more. They did it for week 1. It's week 2 now, and we've moved on. Everything is fixed. Now, mind you, Louisville, Kentucky is locking the city down. They've canceled all vacations and all of that for the police force. They are getting ready because the grand jury is about to make an announcement on whether they're going to indict the officers that killed, not accidentally killed, that killed Breonna, let me say it right, that murdered Breonna Taylor. They're shutting the city down, and the NFL is already over the whole social justice stuff. Pandering to their base, pandering to their fan base. We just want sports to be an escape from our lives. We want them to entertain us. You want to be entertained by people that you don't even respect or like. As soon as they do something that you don't like, the first thing you do is call them out their name. The second thing you do is talk about their money. And the third thing you do is try and justify their desire for equality versus your desire not to have to deal with it. And that's on a high school level, that's on a college level, and it's on a pro level. You can't tell me that they're treating these young black men better on a college level than they're treating them on a pro level. You can't. Won't make me believe it. So, like I said, I'm glad that we're here to tell the truth, because if we don't tell it, it won't get told. It will not get told. All right, let me hit the boy, Desiree. You tuned in on the wrong show, baby girl. Desiree Battles, dear friend of mine. You tuned in on the wrong show, because I'm in here cutting. I should have stayed at the house, man. I should have stayed at the house, because I'm trying to tell you, I wasn't coming for this today. I was coming to just wear my shirt and talk about the Texans and the Cowboys and the Saints and all that. And here we are. Okay, so let me give you the power rank. You want to start at the bottom? Let's start at the bottom. Start at the very bottom. Worst team in the NFL, the New York Jets by far. The New York Jets by far. The New York Jets by far are the worst team. And again, you had a team, an organization that has chosen to go with a coach that was not successful anywhere else as a head coach. He was only successful as a coordinator. So he was horrible in Miami, and the Jets say, hey, he was horrible down there, but he can be great up here. And guess what he is up there? Horrible. He's coaching the worst team in the league. Number 31, the Panthers? Nah, bruh. You gotta be kidding me. The Panthers are not worse than the New York Giants. The Panthers are not worse than the New York Giants. But okay, I digress. Let me go back to the top and see whose power ranking this is real quick. Pete Prisco, I should have known. I shouldn't even read it. Pete Prisco. All right, let's have fun with it. Now that we know who it is, Pete Prisco is one of those guys that would be down the dial talking like what we're talking about. All right, at number 30, he's got the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are going to be pretty good this year. I got the Dolphins with 7, maybe 8 wins this year. At number 29, he's got the Giants. At number 28, he's got the football team, Washington football team. At 27, he's got the Detroit Lions. Again, how does Matt Patricia still have a job? They fired a guy that got him to the playoffs, black guy, fired him because, he just wasn't getting it done, and they brought in a guy who's not even getting them to the playoffs. How's that work? How's that happen? All right, number 26, you got the Bengals. My Bengals are going to be all right. Number 25, you got the Vikings. That's all Kirk Cousins. That's all Kirk Cousins. That's all Kirk Cousins. That's what it is. Number 24, you got the Broncos. Congratulations to their vice president of football operations, John Elway. Any chance I can, just kind of remind folks. Yeah, John Elway. Great job, Broham. Number 23, the Jaguars. Everybody thought they were going to be the worst team, and they turned out not to be as bad as folks thought they were. Guess what? At number 22, the Philadelphia Eagles. How much longer are they going to do the Carson Wentz experiment? Has anybody ever seen Carson Wentz and Nathan Peterman in the same place at the same time? I'm trying to see something. I'm asking for a friend. Have you ever seen Carson Wentz and Nathan Peterman in the same place at the same time without equipment on? Like, they were dressed up in their civilians. I'm just trying to see something. I'm asking for a friend. Okay. So, yeah, Philadelphia 0-2. Do I think they're going to be 0-16? No. But, this start right here, all right, we'll see. Number 21, the Houston Texans. Houston is number 21. After 7 years, that's as good as it gets. Yeah, Mike Riggins says it might be Jalen time in Philly. I agree, because Wentz ain't it. Carson Wentz is not it. And I know he's highly respected around the league. That's the new good old boy mantra. He's highly respected around the league. You got to say it like that, because if you don't say it like that, people are going to think you're serious. He's highly respected around the league. Yeah. All right. The Texans, after 7 years, are 21 best team in the league, 0-2. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill O'Brien. General manager, head coach, still the offensive coordinator. If y'all think that what's the guy's what's his name? Thomas. If you think he's calling the plays, please. I don't even know his name. I don't think I want to. Taylor. Isn't it Taylor? Thomas? That dude. Number 20, the Falcons. That's sad, man. Did y'all see that picture of the Falcons singing Kumbaya? They got a Kumbaya group together when they should have been jumping on the ball. I'm going to pull this picture up for y'all. These are the Atlanta Falcons when they should have been jumping on the ball. Look at what they chose to do. They chose to box each other out, and like the ball was going to jump into somebody's hands. Like that is just, I don't understand that. Like I just don't. Your special teams coach tells you when you're on the hands team, jump on the ball, and everybody else jump on top of him so that nobody takes the ball from him. And oh yeah, by the way, it does not have to go 10 yards for you to jump on it. If it comes to you or you can get to it, jump on it, and everybody else jump on them so that nobody takes them from them. And they just stood there and watched it like, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya. That's crazy. Yeah, you're supposed to lose them when you do it like that. You are supposed to lose them when you do it like that. All right, so anyway, Falcons are the 20th worst team. What's crazy is the Falcons are above the Texans. Yowza. The Texans are sandwiched between the Falcons, the Eagles, and the Jaguars. So special. Number 19, you've got the Cleveland Browns. Number 18, you got the Chicago Bears. Everybody thought the Bears were going to be horrible. They're on 2-0. The Texans wish they were the Bears right now. They're 2-0. Mitch Trubisky ain't a good quarterback, but at least he's getting some wins. At number 17, you got the Colts. Number 16, you got the 49ers. 49ers are going to be without their Bosa for a long time. He suffered an ACL tear? Yeah, he's out. He's done. Number 15, you got the Chargers. Chargers almost beat Kansas City. At number 14, you got the Cowboys. Again, I will not take anything away from the Cowboys for fighting back from 20 down and to win that game. I mean, Atlanta kept giving it to them. Guess what? The Cowboys kept taking it. And you can say what you want to say about Dak and what he is or what he isn't, but he was 100% a part of that comeback. The Cowboys deserve every bit of whatever celebration they had and accolades that they get. We could talk about how bad Atlanta is in closing games out. When you do that, you got to talk about how good the Cowboys were in walking the Falcons down and beating them. I mean, before then, who else had done that? New England. So that's good company. That's very good company. I'm real happy for the Cowboys. Number 13, the Buccaneers, Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. Number 12, the New England Patriots. How about that, Tom? Your former team under the direction of Cam Newton was only a yard away from being 2-0. I know he doesn't care about that, but I just got to tell you, for folks who didn't believe in Cam Newton, the dude is the real deal. The dude is the real deal. And if anybody can revive, and I don't think New England needed to be revived, but if anybody can keep New England in the discussion, it's Cam Newton. I think it's a perfect marriage. I literally hope they take care of him after this season, like for real. Pay that man and let's go. Let's go. All right, so then at number 11, you got the New Orleans Saints, and that's about right. You can't have the Saints in the top 10 the way they played yesterday, and I mean it. I statistically, and I don't want to sound like the analytics nerds. I mean, you could be having a real good football discussion, and some analytic nerd will come in and start talking about some parts of analytics and advanced metrics that nobody even wanted to know. Like, bro, okay, now that you told me that, what do I know? Well, it's just letting you know. Well, I know. Now, what do I know? Well, you know that. I don't want to know that. I want to know if they got some dogs out there who can hit, who can tackle, do they have wide receivers who can catch, they have running backs who can run, quarterbacks who can throw and read defenses. That's all I need to know. Do I have a head coach who can call X's and O's? All that advancement. Oh, man. I mean, dude. So anyway, statistically, it is unrealistic to think that Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and what's my guy up in Indianapolis, Phillip Rivers, that all these guys are going to maintain their same level this late in their career. One maybe, but not all three. And it's looking like Tom Brady might not have it anymore. It's looking like Drew Brees might not have it anymore. And y'all know I'm out on Phillip Rivers. So, just statistically, it's illogical to think that all three of them are going to maintain their level of excellence that they had when they were younger and in their youth. The reality is we've got three guys now that will be lucky if they can end up like Brad Johnson and Trent Dilfer. What am I talking about? Brad Johnson, Trent Dilfer, none of them were out of this world quarterbacks, but they managed the game well enough for their team to win a Super Bowl. If Drew Brees is no longer dynamic and can turn into Brad Johnson or Trent Dilfer, great. As a Saint fan, I'll take it. And may he be happy in whatever he does next. Same thing with Tom Brady. If Tom Brady can just manage the New England Patriots the way that Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson did, all the way to a Super Bowl championship, then great. You guys will take it. You will take it. But to think that they're still going to be, the greatness that they were when they were leading teams to Super Bowls in their prime is just unrealistic. Statistically, it's unrealistic. And that's true. Mike Riggins said all three of them are living on a prayer. They are. I got to take a break. Let me take my break, and I'll come back, and we'll finish the power rankings right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Team Texas Tuesday.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
I'm going to tell you how you can get real health insurance for as little as $6 a day. Yes, now you can get affordable health insurance for you and your family immediately, starting at just $6 a day. And coverage is guaranteed regardless of your medical condition. That's right, for about $6 a day, you can have guaranteed health insurance. And there's dental, vision, and prescription coverage too. You owe it to yourself and your family to make this free call right now and learn more. There are no deductibles, no waiting period, no contracts, and coverage is guaranteed. Call National Health right now for your risk-free guaranteed health insurance quote starting at just $6 a day. Call now.
800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. That's 800-797-0921. Paid for by Go Health.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
This is Jasmine Highsmith, and you're having Exotic Sports with your lunch here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Team Texas Tuesday. And let me remind you, there are some important dates coming up for voting in 2020. October 5th is the last day to register to vote. October the 5th is the last day to register to vote. And even if you are registered and you want to change your address or your name change because you got married or unmarried, You got until October the 5th to do all of that. And then early voting will be from October the 13th through the 30th. October 13th through the 30th will be the early voting period. The last day to apply for a ballot by mail is October the 23rd. October 23rd is the last day to apply for a ballot by mail. And then November 3rd, of course, is the last day to receive ballot by mail, and that is the election day. All right? All right, y'all. Come on, man. If y'all don't know that this election period is, I know you hear this a lot, is truly one of the most important elections that some of us will see in our lifetime. And if you take it lightly, or if you disregard it, or if you have these crazy notions that your vote don't count, excuse me, you're going to doom us all. You are. You're going to affect everybody. Don't do that. You know what? Just in case your vote does count, go vote, because it does. It does count. All right? And stop thinking that every election is based on the national presidential election. You got to vote in the local elections. You got to vote next year or in 2 years when it's time for the Senate and the Congress people to be elected. All of those things matter. No president can do it by themselves. You got to help them out by sending the right people to Congress to help them, not hurt them. So there you go. Don't forget now, October 5th, last day to register. 13th through the 30th is early voting. 23rd is the last day to apply for a ballot by mail. And November 3rd, last day to receive ballot by mail. All right? All right. Okay, let's get back to it. Let me see. Somebody had a comment I was going to read. Big Time Floyd checked in. Big Time Floyd, hello, AJ and Breakers. Are we really surprised how the media has already tried to shift the blame on the incompetence of head coach Bill O'Brien to Deshaun Watson? They claim since he signed a 4-year deal for $160, they now want him to become Superman. How long will it take for Cal McNair to fire Billy O, who is only holding the Texan back from ever having a chance to win a Super Bowl? The clock continues to tick-tock. That's a very good comment. And, you know, I know I should probably be more respectful to my colleagues and their work, whether I agree with it or not. But some stuff is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. If you're still running around, oh, Deshaun holds the ball too long, all you're doing is parroting what Bill O'Brien put out in the atmosphere to cover up for the fact that his offensive line that he put together was trash. Dude, he can throw the ball out in a second and still get hit. He got hit 13 times in the last game, and this is your newly drafted offensive line that you brought back who has been together for a year. Ain't Deshaun Watson's fault. And the folks said, oh, yeah, well, maybe he should just throw it away. You don't know dynamic football. You know that same old vanilla, drop back, nothing there, let me throw it away. You got a playmaker, and now you're saying you don't want him to make plays? Well, yeah, we don't want him to make plays like that. Stop it. You don't know the game. You don't. You let players play. You let players play. Y'all didn't do that when it was Brett Favre. Oh, God, I wish he would just throw the ball away. He was gunslinging. He was trying to fit it into tight spaces that it never should have been tried in. And now, oh, Brett Favre, he's got a cannon like Brett Favre. Y'all, please stop. Stop. Deshaun Watson is a great quarterback. He's not going to be a great quarterback. He is a great quarterback. He's going to be a greater quarterback if he can get with some people that understand how to use his strengths. Just because you can call certain plays don't mean that you know how to run certain plays. I can call any play I want to. Doesn't mean I know how to set it up and execute it and teach people how to execute it. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Brother AJ Ferdinand.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Not much.
It's all Deshaun Watson's fault now.
Well, let me give it to you. Who fault is going to be at the end of the season? It's going to be all Bill O'Brien's fault. AJ, I looked at the schedule for the Texans, and in all seriousness, I only see them winning 4 games.
I've heard that. I'm not going to go that low.
No. They may win more. I'm just going on the teams that I'm picking, and you'll see why I tell you that once my schedule gets better as I do my picks throughout the year.
Okay.
Now, they can win more games, but what happens is, AJ, look, when the other teams were improving, Bill O'Brien was getting rid of his stars.
Yeah.
That's going to come back to hunt him this year.
Oh, it definitely will.
Anything bad? Yeah, I ain't got to say anything bad about the Texans anymore this year, AJ. We'll see what Bill O'Brien and the Texans are made of this year. The Texans have some serious teams that have changed up and that are getting better.
Yep.
And if they don't get better and come up with a better game plan, I give them 4 wins for this year.
Wow.
That's just on me.
You know what? And I hate to say it. I kind of hope you're right because maybe that'll finally get something done. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think we're in the twilight zone, and what was good is bad, what is right is wrong, and people like folks that they should be trying to put in jail. Folks love that person.
Well, the only way that the Texans will win more games than that, it'll be because the fella that they talking about holding the ball too long. It only takes 4 seconds for a play to evolve. If Deshaun is holding the ball anything longer than that, the play didn't work. And a lot of plays I see, AJ, right now are not working. So nothing bad, nothing harsh to say about the Texans, but they are in for a rude awakening. And the people will really see what Bill O'Brien is made of this year for sure.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see.
All right. Have a good one, boss. That's all I have, man. And,
Ferdinand, Caller of the Year, 2017. Always a good call, bro. Be safe out there in that weather. Good dude, man. Good dude. I mean, he said 4 wins. God, I hope part of me hopes he's wrong. Part of me hopes he's right. 4 wins might get this dude out of here. 4 wins might get this dude out of here. And I know somebody say, AJ, I can't believe you're hoping for this guy to get fired. He don't have to get fired, but he don't need to be the head coach or the general manager anymore. And definitely don't need to be the offensive coordinator. Again, tell me what he's done outside of Tom Brady. Oh, well, look at what he did at Penn State. Look at what the guy who came after him did at Penn State. I mean, come on. If that's what blows my mind is the number of people that are adamant. I mean, they're rabid. They're fanatics about mediocrity. It's one thing to be a fan, but be a fan of something that's worth being a fan of as opposed to mediocrity. And I've been saying this, man. You Texan fans swear I'm the biggest hater in the world. I want more for you than you want for yourselves. It can be better. You have hitched your wagon to the wrong dude. I saw this dude as a fraud before he got here, and guess what he's proven to be since he's been here? A fraud. AFC South, AFC South, AFC South, AFC South. That's it. And if that's all you want, the rest of us are celebrating teams that win championships. And I'm talking about Super Bowl championships. And as bad as you want to talk about Atlanta, at least they got there. Bad as y'all want to talk about Philly right now, at least they got there. The Rams, they got there. Sorry. Those teams got there. Couldn't get it done. I mean, again, the only team in the AFC South to never, not in a long time, but never play in an AFC championship game is the Houston Texans. Jacksonville has done it. Tennessee has done it. Colts have done it. The Houston Texans have never done it. But some kind of way, this is the dude. Big Mike. I mean, seriously, on a major high school level, this dude would be out. On a major high school level. You ain't winning state championship. You ain't coaching Katy. You ain't coaching North Shore. I hate to pick on Chavez all the time. You might keep your job at Chavez. You won the district. But you ain't winning state at Katy? You ain't winning state? Come on, man. But hey. All right. Anyway, let me get Sybil Wilkes on here, and then we'll come back with more. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. And
COVID-19 forecast from the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, or IHME, at the University of Washington has forecast over 378,000 deaths in the U.S. by January 1st. 3,000 deaths per day are expected by the end of December. A new study suggests eyeglass wearers are less likely to catch coronavirus. According to the American Medical Associate, ophthalmology glasses could prevent the virus from entering through the eye. A group of Black physicians has created their own expert task force to independently vet regulators' decisions about COVID-19 drugs and vaccines. The committee, organized by the National Medical Association, will also evaluate how well the clinical trial participants represent the demographics of the American population, as well as the fairness of vaccine distribution plans. Please visit SibylWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
You're listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Team Texas Tuesday. And before we put this this first hour on the books and get the second hour underway, let me finish this this power ranking by Pete Prisco, who I need to start taking him. I need to start taking Pete Prisco with a grain of salt. But let me see what we got here. Okay, got the Saints at number 11. The Raiders, who just beat the Saints, and I give them credit because they came back from 10 down. They were down 10-0. So they're at number 10. At number 9, you got Tennessee. At number 8, you got the Rams. Number 7, you got the Cardinals. Here's where he and I diametrically disagree. He's got the Seahawks at number 6. What? Okay. Who you got at number 5? Buffalo? Please. Number 4, Pittsburgh. Number 3, Baltimore. Number 2, the Packers. And number 1, the Chiefs. The Seahawks they're not the 6th best team in the NFL. First of all, they're better than Buffalo. I want to say they're better than the Steelers. In fact, I got the Seahawks at number, wow, y'all gonna think I'm crazy for saying, I got the Seahawks at number 3 for Russell Wilson. And maybe I'll do this. I'll go Seahawks top 5, but the best quarterback right now is Russell Wilson. And I know y'all going to say Pat Mahomes. I know y'all going to say Lamar Jackson. But number 1 quarterback right now is Russell Wilson. In fact, if I had to give you my power rankings of quarterback, number 1, Russell Wilson. Number 2, Pat Mahomes. Number 3, Lamar Jackson. Number 4, Aaron Rodgers. And number 5, Kyler Murray. It's my top 5 quarterbacks right now after 2 weeks in the NFL. I didn't stutter. Let me say it again. Number 1, Russell Wilson. Number 2, Pat Mahomes. Number 3, Lamar Jackson. Number 4, Aaron Rodgers. And number 5, Kyler Murray. Right now. Right now. I know y'all want to put dudes up there that had a bunch of stats and a bunch of numbers. You don't know if that was garbage time. You don't know the offensive scheme. You don't know. So I'll give considerable honorable mention to Cam Newton. I'll give some honorable mention to what's my boy down here at I'll give Dak some honorable mention. Definitely after what he did the other day. All right, listen, let me get ready to put this first hour on the books, second hour underway. We do have a winner. We do have this week's winner in the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. We do have a winner. I will announce that winner in the second hour, and that person will be getting ready to get $50, courtesy of one of our special lunch breakers. So stay tuned for that right here on the Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Got some basketball tonight, Lakers and Denver in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. Tomorrow night, you got Miami and Boston in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think they played last night because of the Monday Night Football game. I think Willie Gibson was the one that let me know about that. But anyway, we'll do all that next right here on the Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. I'm going to open the box from Keith Hennick next on the lunch break.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it?
Let me follow up with you because I don't have that in front of me.
Let's hunt
I don't have that in front of me.
Let's hunt!
But we do 16 weeks.
We're talking about the Jets.
I know I
like
should
we're
know
talking
that
about the
off the top of my
Saints.
head.
You know, all this, I know we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make a big run. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. Got some more out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready? And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
All right, game not over. Game not over. It's just first hour on the book, second hour underway here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. All right, so I got this box in the mail the other day, and it is from none other than, let's see, let me pull it over here. It got a little wet. You know, we got a storm coming on. Box is from Keith Hennick. Keith Hennick sent me this box, and I open it up, and the first thing I see is heavenly. And Arizona iced tea. Thank you, Keith. I love a man that pays off. And then inside, man, I tell you what, brother, I really appreciate you doing this. Inside is Keith Hennick's contribution to sponsoring one of the weeks of the Lunch Break Pick'em Challenge. And I appreciate it, man. I appreciate Sydney Brown. I appreciate Cheryl Lowry. I appreciate all the folks that did their thing. Wow. Yep. Keith Hennig said, you probably don't remember our gentlemen's on the air, but I do. The Longhorns did, in fact, kick off their season on September the 13th. You were exactly correct, sir. Enjoy the grape. And I appreciate that, Keith, man. That is amazing. And then Keith also did one of the weeks for the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. And that is courtesy of Victory Marketing. Victory Marketing. So President Keith Hennick, when we award this, we will definitely know that Victory Marketing Ltd. did the honor. Professional marketing solutions with Victory Marketing. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get to it. Everybody had a great week for the most part in the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. Everybody pretty much had a great week. In fact, Larry G, a first-time player, was 8-8. He had the toughest week of those who were 8-8 or better. Big shout out to Philip. Honorable mention, he was 9-7. Trey was 10-6. Then we had a bunch of 11-5s. TB or T-Bone was 11-5. Amber was 11-5. Alexis was 11-5. Chi-Town was 11-5. Charmaine was, Charlotte was 11-5. Who else? I was 11-5. That's a whole story. That's a whole different story. I'll tell you about that in a second. And then we got into the 12-4s. Dr. Aki was 12-4. Boston was 12-4. MD or Mad Dog was 12-4. Let's see. Keisha Kelly was 12-4. And then we got to the 13-3s. Keith Hennick was 13-3. George Griffin was 13-3. Ferdinand was 13-3. Todd was 13-3. Big Mike was 13-3. Normally that's enough to get it done, but it was not. Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the challenge, we had Milo, who was 14-2. Milo was 14-2, along with a new couple that's playing. She listens and tells him all about it. Jessica and Mark, they were 14-2. So Milo and Jessica and Mark were 14-2, and normally it would go down to the tiebreaker. But Big Time Floyd was 15-1, so it doesn't go down to the tiebreaker between Milo, Jessica, and Mark. Big Time Floyd is our lunch break, keeping up with the Joneses weekly pick'em challenge winner for week number 2 at 15-1. And check this out. He also had the Raiders picked for Monday night and the final score of 28-24. He would have been hard to beat. He would have been hard to beat if it had come down to the tiebreaker. But congratulations goes out to Big Time Floyd, 15-1, only got one wrong. And Big Time Floyd, your $50 is courtesy of Victory Marketing LTD, Professional Marketing Solutions, where Keith Hennig is the CEO. And you can call Victory Marketing for all of your marketing needs by dialing the number 512-832-1033. That's 512-832-1033. Victory Marketing. You can also email them at victorymarketing@gmail.com. Victory Marketing. Is it at Gmail, Keith, or mail.com? I don't want to mess it up. Let me just give y'all his number again. 512-832-1033. Victory Marketing provided this week's $50 for Big Time Floyd, who was 15-1. Man, Big Time Floyd, that's good stuff right there. That's good stuff, Big Time Floyd. Now, we've been doing the big pool with with everybody, and David Grubb, Kelsey, Nicole Nelson. Okay, so Keith Hennig, let me do this right then. I don't want to mess it up because I'm grateful. You can email Keith Hennig at victorymarketing@mail.com. That's victorymarketing@mail.com for all of your professional marketing solution needs, okay? And again, Keith, thank you, brother. We really appreciate you. Again, Big Time Floyd, great job. So David Grubb, myself, Kelsey Nicole Nelson, Valencia King is going to be in that. I'm waiting to hear back from my girl Vashti Hurd at Carolina Blitz. And I'm putting Keisha Kelly in it too, just so, we can kind of keep it as such. But David Grubb won the broadcaster side of the Keeping Up with the Joneses challenge. He was 13-2. He did not pick the Thursday night game, but he was 13-2. Keisha Kelly was second at 12-4. I was third at 11-5, and I didn't get anything from Kelsey or Valencia this week. But going forward, we're going to track the broadcasters, the journalists, the sports folks versus all of our lunch breakers. So it's going to be really good. Hey, Nikki Berry, how you doing? How you doing? That amazing anointed self of yours. Tell your husband I said hello. Hopefully he is still enjoying that big come from behind win for the Cowboys. Sorry about your Texans, Nikki. Sorry about your Texans. But anyway, congratulations again to Big Time Floyd. He'll get his money tomorrow. I know Big Time Floyd, he's going to be knocking on that door. Big Time Floyd, wear your mask when you come up here. Big Time Floyd said, I ain't got no Cash App. I got a car. Big Time Floyd said, I ain't got no Cash App. I got a car. So, yeah, man, congratulations again. Victory Marketing, thank you for putting up the 50. Again, we'll be giving out another $50 this coming after this week's games. If you want to participate, what you got to do is you got to get me your picks by Thursday evening, 6 p.m. Central. 6 p.m. Central. So if you're out on the East Coast, that's 7 o'clock for you. But if you're in the Central Time Zone, that is 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. That's how soon I got to have your stuff. I'm sorry. I know y'all got things to do and all that, but we got to get them in early so we can tally what everybody's stuff is and have it ready to go. So if you do that, you'll be in. Pick all the games except for and then on the Monday night game. Let me go over that. Hang on. All of the games, and then on the Monday night game, Kansas City and Baltimore. Oh God, what a game! I need who you think's going to win and the final score: 25-12, 13-2, whatever you think the final score is going to be. Be sure and give me that. Now, don't do the total. Give me the actual final score because that will be the tiebreaker. Don't forget Poe Aki. You want me to put Aki over in the broadcasters? He is a journalist. Let me put Aki over here with us. Let me put Aki over here with us. I got to stay off of Aki's page, though, man. He's got some followers that are just brutal. His followers are too tough for me. So anyway, let me take my break. We'll be right back after this on the lunch break.
Spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
Girl Brandy Nelson, and you are listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, thank you, Brandy Nelson Mack, for that drop right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is, excuse me, our Team Texas Tuesday. And again, saying congratulations to Big Time Floyd. Big Time Floyd says, thanks, Keith. I was very lucky. My Cowboys bailed me out with a miracle win. Compliments of dumb football by the choking Falcons. Boy, I tell you what, man, y'all are tough. But we do. We have the best fans in the world. We got the best fans, the best viewers, the best listeners in the world. When I think about Miss Betty, I think about Annette. When I think about, Northside Mike, when I think about, man, you guys are all the best. Y'all are all the best. And I appreciate every single one of you, especially like Sidney Brown says with you guys. chipping in and doing what you're doing so that we can sponsor this. This is amazing. In fact, Cindy Brown and her folks will be using their $50 next for this week, for this upcoming week. So again, Sydney, thank you so much. And they got their new rings in. Texas Phoenix Fire got their XFFL championship rings in. We got to have her to come on the show and put those rings up so everybody can see them. I can't wait to the ceremony where they give them out to the ladies on winning the 2020 XFFL championship. It's Team Texas Tuesday. We got to love on the Texas Phoenix Fire. They are a championship team, and they're right here. We got one of the co-owners with us when she tunes in, Sydney Brown. Thank you again, Sydney, and congratulations. Again, we'll be using your blessing for the next prize that we give out. Let me go to the phone line. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
My brother.
What's up, Doc?
How you feeling, my brother?
I'm all right. Got just had a little something in my throat, but I'm good. What's happening?
Ain't nothing. How you? Everything good, AJ?
You safe out there in this weather?
Yes, sir. You know, DB riding safe. I got somebody riding shotgun with me.
I already know.
Yes, sir. All right. So quick question, right quick, because you didn't follow through with it in your Jones situation. I need that information. Now let me ask the question.
Yeah.
If I participate, what category are you going to put me in?
You're going to be in there with everybody, man. You're going to have a shot to win the big cash money and everything, Doc. I'm putting you in there with everybody.
Okay, so you're not going to put me on the broadcast side.
And yeah, you know what? I mean, if you're still broadcasting, I'll put you over there. But if you're not still broadcasting and not doing the journalist work, I can't just throw you over there.
Well, I'm retired.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to, you earn the right to be really wherever you want to be. So you pick a DB, and that's where I'll put you.
Okay. Well, one thing in particular, I'm gonna address it, and I'm gonna give you an opportunity to give me that information, because in order to the various ways that you can send the information in by Thursday, I have not participated, but I am going to start this week.
And it's not too late. It's not too late. I'm about to give the top 20, and you'll see you got plenty of opportunity to get in, man. You probably gonna climb the charts real fast.
Hey, I do like your top 5 picks regarding quarterbacks. I do agree with that. When you talk about Wilson being the top quarter, I agree with that wholeheartedly. The Falcons situation, I think they kind of got in a little more past a kumbaya. I think they were amazed at the fact that how that ball traveled and it just went around, and maybe they were singing the Billy Preston song. It would go around in circles.
Not Billy Preston.
Yeah, Billy Preston. It would fly high like a bird up
in the sky.
Yeah. And I think they were really looking for it to travel out of bounds, but that's when you got a veteran kicker like the Cowboys have. I mean, he pulled a sweet one. I mean, usually they're looking for it to bounce up in the air, but it just moonwalked all across the field, to where it needed to go. So, it's just hydroplane. But I do also agree with the fact you and the other caller in regards to the fact of Bill O'Brien. You can't blame you can't blame it all on Deshaun Watson. I mean, as you brought out just a few minutes ago, look at his stats from Sunday. The man had no time to throw the football at all.
Right.
None whatsoever. I mean, none at all. I mean, he's just out there just running around. I mean, he just, all around the world, same song.
Yep. There you go.
He just sliding. You from Ohio, you know something about that farm.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
anyway,
I do.
Yeah. So what can you do? For example, you got 4th down and 1. Poor play caller. Who's calling the play?
Yep.
O'Brien got too many things that he's doing in the organization. I mean, he's OC, he's head, he's HC, he's
GM.
I mean, that's come on. You got too many things you're doing. I mean, you've thrown too many titles over him and given him too much control over a football team that he's not doing anything with.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And the fact that they named Tim Kelly as the offensive coordinator didn't really change anything, because Bill O'Brien just implemented in Tim Kelly pretty much what he would run now. And oh yeah, by the way, he's got a headset on. He's interjecting in those plays. I know that Tim Kelly did not call for them to go for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field. That was all Bill O'Brien. And guess what? Same result.
And and here it is. Even on the defensive side of the ball, you made Romeo Cornell your assistant head coach. He just sitting up in the box. He looked like he really, when they shot the camera on it, he looked like he just up there just getting a check in a corner all by himself, not giving any input on the defensive side. It's been my experience when you got a seasoned veteran, and one who's been around, they got to have some input. I know you got a new defensive coordinator, and we talked about this once before, but yet it's still in the midst of it. He's up at the box. He ought to be able to see some things. You got to make an adjustment. And I know your schedule is tough. I know you started off, with world champs. You started off with Baltimore, and you got Pittsburgh this week. So you're going to be 0-3. You're going to be 0-3 at the end of the first 3 weeks of the season. You might not get a win till you play Cleveland?
Yeah, they'll probably get one when they play Minnesota. Not this weekend, but after that.
I don't know about that, AJ.
I don't know. Well, no. Hold on. Let me do it. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, Texans host Minnesota on October the 4th at noon.
I don't know about that. I mean, Minnesota didn't look too shabby. This past. They don't be surprised. Now that's Gary Kubiak's squad, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So don't think that I'm not coming. You think I'm gonna come home? Come on, let's be realistic.
Right.
I'm gonna come home, and you're gonna make a menace of me. No. That'd be 4-0.
Yeah,
4-4. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that would be tough. That would be tough because that next week everybody had that one as a gimme, but Jacksonville ain't going home. Jacksonville ain't laying down for nobody. So we'll see. We'll see.
And great stat that you brought up regarding the fact everybody in that conference has been to the final except the Houston Texans.
Yep, never been there. And they're giving this dude victory parades like he has just won championship after championship after championship. Yeah, he won the district, but he ain't winning state. He ain't won the national championship, and he certainly ain't winning the Super Bowl.
Hey, Cinco, he ain't coaching at Cinco Ranch.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
He ain't coaching at Chavez. He ain't coaching at Lamar.
I'm trying to be polite, but he ain't coach. He ain't coaching them schools, man. This the NFL, bro. You got to come on with it.
Hey, bro, he would do well over at North Shore because them brothers over at North Shore, they're not gonna take that, brother.
Bro, let me tell you something. They wouldn't even let him get his own stuff, man. They'll ship his boxes to him.
Hey, even at Westfield, he'd be out the gate.
Yep. DB, y'all be safe out there, man. I'm up against the break, but man, be safe out there. Tell my sister I said hello.
Likewise, give me that information so I can send it over to you.
Okay, I'll do it. All right, y'all. For those who want to get their picks in, you can text them to me at 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email them to me at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com. Those are the two ways you can get them. Text them, 832-403-5005, or email them, aj@kyoksports.com. Again, I got to have them by Thursday at 6 o'clock. Nikki, tell your husband, you and your husband, y'all put a thing together and send them in to me. I'd love to have y'all in it as well. All right, every week, everybody has a chance to win $50. At the end, still don't have a sponsor yet, but we're going to do it. I'm declaring it. Somebody's going to win $500. Top 6 will get a chance to compete for $500 right here, courtesy of the Lunch Break and the legendary KYOK and all of the Lunch Breakers. I appreciate every one of y'all. All right, y'all, we'll be right back right after this on the Lunch Break.
It's a great time to replace your worn-out windows during the Renewal by Andersen 25-year savings event. Upgrade your home today. Buy 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Plus, get 12 months with no interest, no money down, and no payments. Call now. Get 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Installation and warranty included. Renewal by Andersen takes every CDC-recommended safety precaution to protect your family. For 25 years, people have trusted us for their window replacement needs, and you can too. Call now to learn about our buy 4, get the 5th one free window replacement offer.
800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. That's 800-245-1537.
Interest accrues from date of purchase, but is waived if paid in full within 12 months. Other conditions apply. We've adjusted our operations to serve you safely following all CDC guidelines. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for details.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey, you want some sports with your lunch? Well, tune in to the legendary KYOK at the lunch break. And I'm Raven Rogers.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Wow, I tell you what, man, it's a great day. Appreciate DB Cook for calling in, him and Lady Alana. Love y'all so much. And Nikki says her and her husband are going to put in a deal. Again, get those to me. You pick every game. Pick the Thursday night game, who you think's going to win, all the games on Sunday. And then for the Monday night game, pick who you think's going to win. And then give me what you think the final score of the game will be, 25-14, 23-12, whatever you think the final score is going to be, along with who you think is going to win. That'll be the tiebreaker, as this one almost came down to the tiebreaker between some guys who had a really good game. I mean, really good week. Milo, 14-2. Jessica and Mark, husband and wife team, 14-2. Todd and them were 13-3. I mean, great week for everybody except me and my 11-5 self. I don't know what happened. You know what? 2 games I should have had. I should have had that Atlanta game, and I had Miami. I had Miami beating Buffalo, and they almost did. And then that Saints game, that one got away from me. So there you go. Those were losses that were almost in the bag, and I couldn't pull them out. So there we go. All right, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, I got a bunch of comments about the Texans and my comments about other people. Let's see. TH, I'll just do your initials. How about, can we just do initials today? I don't want to get anybody in trouble. TH says, I hear what you're saying about Deshaun Watson. Are we not able to criticize him? Yeah, you're able to criticize him. I don't own the rights to Deshaun Watson. You're able to criticize him. But I'm not going to sit here and let you be unreasonable. I'm not going to let you compare him to Jameis Winston. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let you only compare him to black quarterbacks. I'm not going to do that. No. There's not black quarterbacks and white quarterbacks in the NFL. It's NFL quarterbacks. And for people who, you guys are always bringing racism, you always compare him to another black quarterback. Deshaun Watson doesn't just compare to other black quarterbacks. Russell Wilson definitely doesn't compare to other black quarterbacks. So, again, that's one of those subconscious biases. People just automatically compare a black quarterback to another black quarterback. It's not how it works. That's why I say the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now, top 5, Russell Wilson, number 1, Pat Mahomes, number 2, number 3, I'll go Aaron Rodgers, number 4, I'll go, number 3, I'll go Lamar Jackson, number 4, I'll go Aaron Rodgers, and number 5, I'll go Kyler Murray. And guess what? How many of them are black quarterbacks? It's not because they're black that I got them up there. It's because they're playing extremely well. And, oh, yeah, by the way, they got their teams. If I'm not mistaken, every single one of them got their teams at 2-0. And I got to tell you, a quarterback that's in my top 10 that I never thought I would say that is Josh Allen. Josh Allen up at Buffalo is in my top 10. I mean, dude threw for what, 450? Dude threw for 450 and a bunch of touchdowns. Hey, come on now. How many touchdowns does Russell Wilson have already? If you want to know why I got him at number one, he's completed over 80% of his passes. He's thrown for something like 9 touchdowns in 2 games. He's got 9 touchdowns and 11 incompletions. He's the best right now. Am I saying he's going to be the best by the year end? No. I'm saying right now, week number 2, he's the best quarterback in the league. You know, Deshaun Watson's in my top 10. I mean, Deshaun Watson's in my top 10 because he's making the nonsense that Bill O'Brien and Tim Kelly have thrown out there. He's making it look almost serviceable. There's no doubt in my mind that Bill O'Brien and Tim Kelly are the guys who, you know, they've just been around for a while and folks have given them a chance to do what they do. I doubt there's very few times when they're coming up with something creative where they're like, oh, wow, this is dope right here. This right here, they're not going to see it coming. And then when you actually run the play, it does what it's supposed to do. You know, just because you say, okay, you go over there and you block down on this and you loop around on there and you jet out to the post and all, it doesn't mean that nonsense is going to work. Just because you call plays doesn't mean you know how to call plays. There is nobody that comes into Houston or plays against the Texans that are afraid of their offense. They are afraid of Deshaun Watson. They ain't afraid of the offense. Sorry. Let's see. He could easily win MVP this year, and the Seahawks could return to the Super Bowl. Man, all of those things are true. All of those are facts. Those things could happen. I say they were going to. I said they could. All right, let me change gears real quick because one of my sources gave me a nice nugget. For all you San Antonio Spurs fans, I'm jumping over to basketball right now real quick. All you San Antonio Spurs fans, tell me what your thoughts are about this. Some type of trade or move that will allow the Spurs to acquire Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward from Boston. Spurs fans, would that be the jolt, the shot in the arm? You know, DeMar DeRozan, Gordon Hayward. Don't know if you're going to be able to keep LaMarcus Aldridge if you make that move. Might have to do LaMarcus Aldridge for Hayward and, you know, some other players to make the money work. But how would you feel about a nucleus wrapped around, you know, DeJounte Murray, the kid White that plays the point, and then DeMar DeRozan and Gordon Hayward? Keith Hennig said, I'm all in for that. I'm all for that. I you know what? I don't know, and here's what I don't know. Does that give you the kind of toughness that you're going to need in the Western Conference to compete with some of the young dogs that they got coming up? You know, like what we see in Oklahoma City, like what we see in Memphis, like what we see in Dallas, like what we see with Denver. I don't know. I think it keeps you in the top 8 maybe. And remember, y'all weren't there before. Y'all were like 12 before, and because you were only in a couple of games of that number 8 spot, you got a chance to compete for it. But does that put the Spurs back in the top 8? Does that put some energy back in San Antonio? If I'm Dallas, you know, Dallas needs some pieces. They don't need major, like, people that you're building around. These are the pieces that you're putting around Luka. Kristaps, do you need a big man to back him up if he's still not going to be as healthy as he needs to be? You know, do you need a big man that has his style of play? Boban is legit, but, you know, he doesn't have the same athleticism as Kristaps. So Dallas, you just need peripheral pieces. We're not even going to get on the Rockets because the Rockets need a head coach. They might need a general manager. They're not getting one. They need to figure out who they are, what kind of style of play they're going to have. What their identity is going to be. The Rockets need to be in therapy right now. I don't need to be talking about them. They need to be in therapy right now. But, again, a Gordon Hayward move to San Antonio to go along with DeMar DeRozan. Don't know if you're going to be able to make it work money-wise with LaMarcus Aldridge. DeJounte Murray's still legit. Is that going to be enough to get it done? Keith Hennig says, if Becky Hammon is coaching the Spurs, then it would work. Is Pop, if Pop is going to walk away, is he going to walk away after the finals? I know Pop is not one of those guys that wants to steal the shine from anything going on in the league. Is he going to walk away after the fight? Because he's got to make that announcement. And I don't see him waiting right up to the start of the season. NBA season is going to start somewhere December, January. I saw a report today where Adam Silver is saying something to the effect he didn't foresee the season starting before January. I don't see Pop wait until November, December to decide he's not going to coach, if he's not going to coach. If he's coming back, then obviously no announcements. But when I got that message, I was like, first of all, is it valid? Is it something? Obviously they can't be talking about it right now because Gordon is still playing with Boston. But there are some interests on both sides. Boston has an interest in moving Gordon Hayward, and San Antonio has an interest in bringing in a guy of his size with his ability. That stretch 4, big stretch 3 kind of guy. So I thought it was interesting. I couldn't wait to get in here and throw it out to some of my San Antonio Spurs fans. If the Spurs get a Gordon Hayward, regardless of whether they keep LaMarcus Aldridge or not, because like I said, money-wise, I don't think they'll be able to, still puts them at number 2 in the state. Dallas still has the biggest upside. Dallas still has way, way more of an upside with Luka and Kristaps and, the rest of the guys there than Gordon Hayward and DeMar DeRozan. No shade at DeMar or Gordon. It's just Dallas is that good with their young guns versus anything else in the state. And that's crazy to say because you've got 2 guys who have won the whole entire league MVP on one team, and they are, in my opinion, just my opinion, and I don't need somebody calling me saying, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know basketball. In my opinion, the Rockets have the 3rd best upside in the state behind Dallas, San Antonio, and then the Rockets. It's kind of like with Bill O'Brien. We've seen what Bill O'Brien can do in 7 years. We've seen the James Harden-led Houston Rockets. No shade at James. It could be as simple as they didn't put the right pieces around James. If your best friend, a guy who has the ability to be a league MVP, guy who has the ability to score, notice I didn't say shoot threes. I said score, rebound, and assist is not good enough. I don't know. Like I said, I'm looking at what you've got around those 2. Eric Gordon underperformed this year, whether he was hurt or whatever. Robert Covington underperformed when you needed him the most. Daniel House, young, still got some potential, but when I look at him versus Luka, versus Kristaps, versus the young guns in Oklahoma City, versus the young guns in Memphis, Ja and them in Memphis, Daniel House is a local kid that I'm happy for. I know somebody's going to run back and tell him, yo, man, the dude on 1140, he was like, yo, man, you ain't all that. Ain't what I'm saying. Ain't what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. Young guy, got a great ceiling, got a high ceiling. But compared right now to Luka, Kristaps, Ja, the young players up in Memphis, got all of them ahead of him right now, especially the way that he was used in Houston. Stand out there on the arc, and when James can't get it done or when Russ can't get it done, we'll kick it out to you, hit your shot. That's it. Everything else that Daniel House did was extra. There weren't plays called for that. Nah. No, the Rockets have to change their identity. They've got to change their identity. There's no way they can keep doing what they've been doing and expect all that to work. It's just not. It's kind of like, again, with the Texans. In 7 years, we're expecting Bill O'Brien and the Texans to be something that they're not. 7 years later, we're still expecting the Texans to be something that they're not. Dr. Aki just typed in. He said, House is not on that level. Solid, though. He is. He's a solid player. But they're building the franchise around Ja up in Memphis. They're building the franchise around Luka and Kristaps. They ain't building the franchise around Daniel House. Not yet. They're not. He's the piece. He's the piece. One part of the piece is he's not the piece. So, like I said, Covington, Gordon, I'll leave House out of the discussion. Austin Rivers, the bench. I mean, for Christ's sake, Jeff Green was a blessing. Jeff Green was like, what? We get him? We got him? And they picked him up, what, for the bubble? The Rockets got to rebuild. They got to rebuild. They got to rebuild around their pieces. So we'll see. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back, and I'll tell you about the voting stuff that you need to pay attention to right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
I'm going to tell you how you can get real health insurance for as little as $6 a day. Yes, now you can get affordable health insurance for you and your family immediately, starting at just $6 a day. And coverage is guaranteed regardless of your medical condition. That's right, for about $6 a day, you can have guaranteed health insurance. And there's dental, vision, and prescription coverage too. You owe it to yourself and your family to make this free call right now and learn more. There are no deductibles, no waiting period, no contracts, and coverage is guaranteed. Call National Health right now for your risk-free, guaranteed health insurance.
If you can call me, Aki, call me.
$6 a day. Call
281-453-1000. 281-453-1000.
800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. That's 800-797-0921. Paid for by GoHealth.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
The Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Team Texas Tuesday. Trying to get Dr. Aki to call in. He just dropped a bomb. He said Covington and Gordon are being discussed in a trade with the Warriors. I'm curious to find out what they could possibly get back from Golden State for Robert Covington and Eric Gordon. I mean, for Gordon's contract alone, I ain't trying to put no rumors out there, but that would be one of the Splash Brothers. And you know which one I'm talking about. And I thought he just signed, didn't he just get a max deal to stay in Golden State? So if we're not talking about one of them, I know they get rid of Steph, what would the Rockets get for giving up Robert Covington and Eric Gordon? Trying to think what's on Golden State's roster. I'm drawing a blank. I got nothing. So, Dr. Aki, if you can call in, help us out, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000 on the lunch break, if you can. If not, I totally understand. It's, spur of the moment, end of the show. All right, so anyway, that's where we are there. Again, the news that I was dropping was a possibility of the San Antonio Spurs picking up Gordon Hayward after the season. Andrew Wiggins. Willie Gibson, that ain't bad. Willie, that ain't bad. Okay. Wiggins has got some playmaking ability. That's what I'm pausing on Wiggins because he's got some playmaking ability. Now, he can't knock down the three like Eric Gordon when Eric Gordon is right, but Eric Gordon wasn't right. So, his three ball is as good as that version of Eric Gordon. So, Willie, that ain't a bad one. Aki said they're looking for cap space and picks. Okay, all right. And you are right. Golden State has a ton of picks. They've harvested picks. Like they don't grow them in the backyard. So, okay, all right. It makes sense. That's the crazy thing. When have the Rockets had a rookie talent? When's the last time the Rockets drafted somebody that put you in the mind of, and I know it's hard to compare somebody to Luka or Ja or, some of the other rookies out there, but when is the last time the Rockets had a rookie draft pick that you were just like, man, this young man here is all of that? Thank you, April. I appreciate it. April said she loves my shirt. Thank you, baby. I haven't had that in a while. We haven't had that kind of love for the Rockets in a while. Somebody was it Clint Capella? Is that the last draft pick that was somebody that you were like, oh man, I can't wait to see this young man play? Wiggins has 3-year, $95 million left on his deal. Yeah, but they just gave Gordon a bunch of money too. So it would take that kind of deal back and forth, and a couple other pieces to make it work. So let me see. Hold on. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
How you doing?
Hey, Dr. Aki, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Thanks for making it work, man. Thanks for dialing in. So Willie Gibson is saying that Wiggins has 3-year, $95 million left on his deal. So maybe the Rockets don't try to get Wiggins back in a trade for Gordon and Covington.
Well, Wiggins would be a good pickup.
I think so, because like I said, Wiggins can get his own shot. He doesn't have to live and die by the three. Wiggins is a playmaker. And, other than Harden and Westbrook, the Rockets don't have a consistent playmaker.
Right, and he also has a lot of untapped potential that he hasn't lived up to yet.
Yeah, hadn't lived up to, and maybe hadn't been in the right position to just go, But we'll see. That one was intriguing. I was trying to figure out what the Rockets would be getting back for Gordon and Covington, knowing that the Rockets just gave Gordon a bunch of money. That's why I was thinking, give me that other Splash brother, but I don't think they're ready to let him go. And he said, huh?
They're not getting rid of Clay.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying. I was dreaming out loud.
Yeah, me too. I was a good dream. but that's not happening.
Yeah, we got Dr. Aki Davis. He writes for a couple of different magazines, and author and what have you. And one of the ones that came to me today was that the San Antonio Spurs are going to make a push for Gordon Hayward after the season is over.
Wow, that's interesting.
And
you
again,
know, it's not guaranteed that Popovich should be back.
Yeah, I know, and that's the big question mark there, and whether or not they would be able to make a deal work without giving up LaMarcus Aldridge, because I don't think they can get LaMarcus, DeMar, and Gordon under the same cap space.
That's true. It'll be interesting.
And, San Antonio don't pay money like that, so I can't see them doing that. But what do you think, San Antonio with DeMar DeRozan and Gordon Hayward as your two main pieces? DeJounte Murray is a player. They got that kid White that filled in when DeJounte went down at the point. Does that put them back in the discussion here in the West?
It's going to be tough because what is Gordon upgrade from Marcus Aldridge?
I think maybe I don't want to say a younger version. They have different styles. They're both bigs, but Gordon plays like a small big. He's one of those stretch fours, stretch threes. Right. He can play the five when you go small. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I would love to see what happens with Popovich as well.
And that's what I was saying. Now, knowing Pop, he's not going to steal the thunder of the playoffs. So he's not going to make a big announcement like that. He knows that announcement by him would suck all the life out of the playoffs and everything else. Because, he's the Bill Belichick of basketball. Him saying I quit is going to draw all the attention. But if he's going to quit or retire, I would see him making that decision soon after the finals so that he can give whoever's next, Becky Hammond or Tim Duncan or whoever's next, the full chance to get that team going by January.
You don't think Fertitta will pay Popovich?
I think he'll offer Popovich, but he ain't getting him.
No, I'm dreaming out loud.
Yeah, I hear you. I ain't mad at you. I love people that willing to call in and dream out loud. But no, I don't know what his relationship was with those folks in Brooklyn. I'm glad he didn't take that job, but I definitely don't see him coming to Houston. I think Pop will be done.
Yeah, maybe. Unless
he goes to a front office and he becomes what's my guy that put the Lakers and Golden State and all those teams together?
Oh, you talking about Rich Paul?
No, not Rich Paul. I'm drawing a blank on his name. The emblem of the National Basketball Association is after him. It's based on him.
Oh, Jerry West.
Jerry West, yeah. I could see Pop being the next Jerry West, unlike Phil Jackson being in that role.
Yeah, because Phil Jackson went on a lot of teams that were already built to win championships.
Yeah, Phil Jackson took people's money is what he did. He went to New York and took them people's money.
Yeah, it's just like you can't only win so many championships with like Scottie Pippen, Jordan, and Rodman, and Kobe and Shaq.
Come on, man. Again, I give credit to a guy who can coach all that talent and all those alpha personalities and what have you, unlike Brad Stevens in Boston. Willie, I did it again. But, the Eric Spoelstras of the world, the Pat Rileys of the world, the Casey Joneses of the world, man, those dudes deserve a lot of credit for winning with all that talent and all those, alpha dog egos.
Right. Yeah, he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah. But so anyway, man, thanks for dropping that bomb on us, though. Again, the Rockets got to find out who they are. And it's going to start with the head coach, and then they got to figure out what they're doing around Harden and Westbrook, and go from there. But right now, the Dallas Mavericks by far have the most upside in this state. San Antonio's number 2, especially if they pull off a deal for Gordon Hayward.
Oh yeah, definitely. Dallas is Best team in Texas.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how all that plays out. Who you got tonight?
With the Lakers,
Yeah, Lakers and Denver.
I will go Lakers.
What? You know who plays for the Lakers, right?
Huh?
You know who plays for the Lakers, right?
LeBron.
Yeah. You told me that the Rockets had a better matchup versus LeBron and the Lakers, right?
Well, who saved the Lakers last game? Was it AD or was it LeBron?
Does it matter? They were wearing a Lakers uniform.
It really matters.
Who didn't save the Rockets?
I got confused who the king was after that
game. All right, well, who's the king of Houston then? I need to know. I'm trying to see something.
It's not one.
You're right about that. You're right, and that includes J.J. Watt. Look, that includes J.J. Watt. That includes Jose Altuve. There is not a king of Houston right now.
Not right now.
Not right now. In fact, the closest one to it is Deshaun Watson, and they don't like him.
Well, it's just because he doesn't have a coach, and it's not fair to him. Bill O'Brien hasn't got fired yet, so.
7 is the number of completions. Can we be done with this guy after this year, please?
Yeah, if he by mid-season, if they haven't shown any progress, he has to leave. There's no way to be a coach and a GM and can't perform. You can't perform and need a title.
Now, I'm going to look. I got an Arizona iced tea that Keith Hennick paid off. So you're saying by mid-season, Bill O'Brien will be gone if they don't turn it around?
I mean, the way they look, are they going to get a win for mid-season?
Let me say this. There is no way in the world that Cal McNair fires Bill O'Brien during the regular season. No way.
I don't know.
If they go 2-14, he won't get fired till after that 14th loss.
He just gotta pay him off for whatever pictures he got on him or whatever.
You and them pictures. Dr. Aki, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, my brother.
You can find me at Dr. Aki on Twitter and Paige Turner 0823 on Instagram.
Hey man, you got me going through Instagram deleting people. I got some folks following me I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, man. I had some people who were scantily dressed following me, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna delete those. I don't want Dr. Aki going through my followers and getting tripped up.
I need to go through your page and look at your prospects.
Be safe out there in this weather, Doc.
All right, have a good one.
All right, man. Dr. Aki, always a very, very good call. All right, let me get Sybil Wilkes on here, and then we'll wrap it up. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Wear your mask. Wash your hands, sanitize everything around you. Be sensitive to everybody around you. And when you see or hear that racism, kill it. Not the person, but the racism and all the racial biases and all of that. Just kill it because that's nonsense. All right, let me get Sybil Wilkes on here. Y'all have a blessed day. Be safe out there in that weather, all right?
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus. Over the weekend, the CDC announced that droplets or small particles linked to coronavirus that occur when breathing, coughing, or sneezing can spread through the air. The CDC abruptly removed that information on airborne transmission, saying the update was posted in error. The information removed stated the airborne particles can remain suspended in the air and be breathed in by others and travel distances beyond 6 feet. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Again, thank you, lunch breakers, man. Y'all are amazing. I mean it. Y'all do me a favor and keep doing what you've been doing. Let's not be divided. Let's stay united. I really do love y'all, man, and there's nothing you can do about it. But Keith Hennick and all the lunch breakers who have donated and contributed to the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. I don't want to get overwhelmed again, but I'm overwhelmed. So I cannot thank y'all enough. We really, really, really appreciate y'all. Everything you do matters right here. Just your listening, just your viewing, it matters. So y'all stay safe. Y'all be blessed. And Lord say the same. We'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Y'all talk